in the symbols that were used to formulate the cipher.
Yeah.
Now we have another option to consider, maker's marks.
Oak Island, a North American island known for its treasure, may be closed by the US after a team found a strange tunnel with gold inside the wood. The drill hit open air deep underground at the same spot, and an old map said something was buried there. The deeper they dug, the more it looked like something was hidden there on purpose. The Lagena brothers, who have turned treasure hunting into a full-time gig, were drilling again into a spot called DN 11.5 because it sat right in the middle of all the juicy rumors buried in the area. At 90 feet, the screen lit up something was there, and the drill suddenly lost resistance as if the earth just gave up. What was underneath seemed to vanish about 1½ feet further down. Everyone froze eyes and widened hearts pounded, and the brothers showed up looking like they had been waiting years for this moment. This void was not just another odd blip underground, but aligned perfectly with two other drill sites forming a straight east-west line, too precise to be coincidence. The sudden silence and the unknowns behind the scenes led to the government showing up without warning or explanation. They ordered everything stops, packing up the site, and not talking to the press. They called it a precaution due to site integrity, historical preservation, and safety concerns. People were buzzing about what they really found, why the sudden silence, and who tipped off authorities. Some whispered about a buried ship.
How long has he been in now?
30 minutes. I'm thinking if this goes too long, then I'm going to start worrying.
Others thought it might be a sealed room filled with something other than treasure documents, artifacts, or even something toxic. Some believed it was proof of a centuries-old cover-up, something older than Oak Island's treasure legends. Oak Island has never liked being quiet, and the team won't stay quiet either. They know what they saw, and the whole that space is real and has been down there ever since the shutdown. Theories range from the wild to the terrifying, with some saying it was a sign of something older than Oak Island's treasure legends. The hollow space on Oak Island, a mysterious area, was once part of a collapsed underground church built centuries ago by secret orders. Some believe the space held something radioactive or dangerous enough to trigger government interests. Strange things kept turning up gold in the wood maps in the shadows, and there's talk of the room being empty on purpose. Rick and Marty have been chasing shadows for over a decade, finding wood, metal, bone, and plaster, Spanish coins, odd stones, and bits of old tools. None of these things ever stopped the dig, nor did they bring the government running. Rick and Marty have been quietly analyzing data, comparing old records, and talking to legal teams without official statements. They are not letting it go, as they see something happening in their eyes during interviews. Terry has been restless, talking about anomalies and things that don't line up with normal geology. He believes the void is just one piece of something much larger, possibly a network of spaces hidden just deep enough to stay out of sight, but not out of reach. A few weeks after the shutdown, an old map surfaced unverified, worn covered in notes, but it showed a triangular structure buried right beneath the DN alignment. This shape changed everything, because triangular shapes don't just happen underground, especially not ones surrounded by hollow space. Digital scans and hand-drawn sketches passed through generations all point to the same zone, hinting that what's buried on Oak Island might not be a treasure, but a device or a monument. The countdown has already started, and tests on old wood pulled from deep underground revealed a tiny trace of shiny gold mixed in with the usual minerals. The gold content was tiny at 0.04%, but enough to raise alarms. The team went full Sherlock, testing more samples and scannings, and the readings kept coming back strange. Other metals were showing up in patterns that didn't add up, like something had been put there. The tunnel location of the wood matched a structure underground, built straight lines, smooth curves, old but intentional. People started whispering and silent eyebrows that said, "This isn't normal." As the investigation continues, equipment gets upgraded, and another sample comes in, showing more gold and metals that don't match the description. Oak Island, a mysterious island in the Philippines, was discovered by a team of researchers who discovered not just gold, but also something else. Rumors exploded about the discovery, with some suggesting it was an ancient technology or a marker left by uninvited people. Magnetic anomalies and energy signatures were also mentioned. The crew didn't make a scene, only locked gates and sealed records. However, the island continued to humming, with helicopters flying low trucks without plates. The team found shifts in soil layers around the site, compressions where none should be.
Discouraged.
You just burned something out in here. You got fire in here.
And pockets that didn't belong. The structure was part of a grid connected by old pathways, decayed wood, and strange rock. Tests showed traces of radioactive material, water with unusual properties, unusual densities, and odd chemical makeup. The island seemed to have been engineered to preserve, protect, or trap something. The shutdown of Oak Island was not limited to Oak Island. Other sites that never made the news, such as remote locations where similar materials were tested, shut down within weeks of each other. The residents of nearby areas started receiving visits and offers to sell quiet pressure, but the fences went up. The deeper story isn't about what they found, but what they weren't supposed to find. The crew knew this might happen, but they always spoke about the risk of finding something real that couldn't be spun into TV episodes. They wondered if Oak Island was hiding truth, or something too big to reveal. Share your theory in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the story. Emma Culligan's latest findings at Smith's Cove may change our understanding of Oak Island's mysterious past. The team used X-ray diffraction XRD to analyze a cement sample found deep beneath the island, which contained Portland cement, a key ingredient in Portland cement. Culligan's analysis revealed that the cement was dated between the 1920s and 1970s, indicating that it was left behind by researchers who had been trying to crack the Oak Island mystery decades before the current team. This led to the discovery of the Restowall family, who dedicated their lives to uncovering Oak Island's secrets, including the flood tunnels believed to be the cause of the money pit's constant flooding. However, some experts argue that the island's underground formations could be natural rather than man-made, with other discoveries suggesting a larger, deliberately constructed system. The Oak Island team is now at a crossroads as they search for the secret flood tunnels at Smith's Cove. The team discovered a hidden system of drains and tunnels designed to flood the money pit, which could be the key to solving the island's greatest puzzle. The team discovered a series of stones forming an ancient water filtration system, including box drains and a complex arrangement of stone pathways. The coconut husk, not native to Nova Scotia, served a critical function as a filtration system, preventing sand and debris from clogging the drains while allowing seawater to flow through. The discovery of the money pit has been a mystery for centuries, with previous explorers failing to uncover it. In 1849, the Churro Company set out to investigate the money pit after previous explorers failed. They found a massive artificial barrier of coconut husk.
Can't find anything other than more stones, gravel, and mud.
A 5 feet deep layer of beach stones, and 5 finger drains designed to channel seawater directly into the money pit. The discovery raises questions about the island's history, as well as the possibility of a deeper story of survival and industry. The team's search continues to uncover the flood tunnel system and other unexpected finds, revealing the island's rich history and potential for future discoveries. The discovery of a massive iron conglomerate on Oak Island, encrusted with mysterious material, led to a surprising discovery using X-ray fluorescence XRF. The stove door, found in the mid-1800s, was linked to the searchers who had come to the island to uncover the secrets buried below. The stove door suggested that the people working on the island were not just amateur treasure hunters, but were likely living and working on the island. The stove door may have been part of their efforts to survive harsh conditions as they dug deeper into the island's mysteries. The stove door was not the first of its kind found on Oak Island, and earlier discoveries of cast iron stove parts raised suspicions about the island's industrial activity. The stove door now serves as another piece in the puzzle of Oak Island's past, suggesting that the island's history involves more than just treasure hunters. Modern technology is proving invaluable in analyzing and understanding these discoveries. The Lega brothers and their team continue their pursuit of Oak Island's legendary treasure using advanced technology such as ground-penetrating radar, GPR seismic scanning, and X-ray fluorescence. They have found significant clues at Smith's Cove, including wooden beams dating back to the 1700s and a flood tunnel.
What I think is, the oldest Templar commandery or place in Portugal, maybe in Europe.
Wow.
However, the samples don't provide definitive answers, so they switch to seismic scanning. A team from Eagle Canada arrives, sending sound waves deep into the earth, mapping out possible underground anomalies. Naval historian Chip Reed believes some structures found at Smith's Cove could be remnants of a military water battery, possibly linked to the Louisbourg treasure, a French treasure believed to have been hidden in Nova Scotia. The team also uncovers historical tools and artifacts, including a rusty iron chisel dating back to the 1400s. They now focus on the southern shore of Oak Island, looking for a way to connect directly to Shaft 9, the fabled location of the money pit. Modern technology is the key to unlocking Oak Island's mysteries, making all the difference.